Happy Sunday, y'all. Let me find my live chat here and make sure I'm muted. Okay. Jack's mom, Cindy, Debbie, checking convictions. Good morning. How's everyone doing? Did everyone have a good weekend? Hey, Cement Shoes. I was here by myself, and I was like, I want to do a little chat. I was actually going to set up my phone and do it from my phone, a little porch chat, but I can't find my little phone stand. I could have used my tripod with my ring light. And then I got into the true crime section and saw something about Lori Vallow. And I have not read this, guys. I'm going to be reading it with y'all. I just saw the title to this. I just wanted to chat. When you have four-legged babies, they don't let you sleep in. Oh, my gosh. I slept. Did I say hi to Faithful One? If not, hey, girl. I actually slept in this morning till like 8:15. Yeah. If Annabelle had been locked up last night, she was still running around full of energy, and I didn't want to pin her up last night, so I just shut her door a little bit. Anyways, I was able to sleep in because of that. Hey, Charlie. Good morning. Okay, let's look at this about Lori Vallow, guys. We're gonna do some true crime. I know it's Sunday, but hey, I've not been doing my YouTube like I used to, and I'm like missing it. And I got time on my hands. I was gonna go take a bath, but I'm gonna do that after the stream. Got my Color Pop palettes. I may show y'all this evening. I had planned on. I used one of them yesterday. But I planned on doing a little porch chat this evening if all goes well. I'm going to try out my new Color Pop stuff. Okay, so, caught mom, left Idaho, day before attempted shooting of Tammy Daybell, returned day after Tammy died. I haven't read this now. Lori Vallow flew out of Idaho the day before her brother attempted to shoot Tammy Daybell and returned to the state the day after Daybell died, all within weeks of Lori marrying Tammy's husband. The revelation comes from 2,500 emails related to the investigation that police in Chandler, Arizona released on Friday in response to public record request from the television station. Lori's accused of killing her two children, J.J. Vallow, Tylee Ryan, conspiring to kill her former husband. The records show that Lori booked a flight for October 8, 2019, from Idaho to Phoenix Mesa Gateway Airport. The following day, Alex Cox, Lori's brother, attempted to shoot Tammy Daybell, who was married to Doomsday author Chad Dunbell. Investigators determined that Lori flew back to Idaho on October 20th, one day after Tammy Daybell died. Lori and Chad were married just weeks later. It's like 2 weeks later. The emails also show that Alex Cox flew from Phoenix to Columbia within days of the shooting death of Lori's former husband, Charles Vallow, on July 11th, 2019. Police would later allege that Cox shot Charles Vallow. Cox died months later, which a medical examiner determined was from natural causes. I don't know about that now. However, at the time of his death, his wife would not give any statements about what happened. This is the case that keeps on giving. one of the emails states, according to the television station. Also included in the documents was a photo of J.J. Vallow that police had recovered from Lori Vallow's iCloud account, which could be the last known photo taken of her son. The image was dated September 22nd, 2019. One day later, two images in Vallow's iCloud account appeared to show ammunition at a gun store in Idaho. Wow. Police later performed a welfare check on the boy and have alleged that Lori lied about where he was located. Yeah, the bitch did. The remains of the children were later uncovered in Chad Daybell's backyard. Vallow's prosecution is on hold until she is ruled competent to stand trial. Hey, she's going to be ruled competent to stand trial. Let's look at this picture. I'm going to have to make sure y'all can see it. Hold on. Where's my chat? Because sometimes when I'm screen sharing and I switch to another tab, it won't share it. I don't see it. Okay. I'm going to go back and re-screen share here. We need to look up and see what's going on with Summer Wells, too. I haven't looked at that this morning. I was waiting to look at everything with y'all. Okay. Last photo of J.J. Vallow. Massive document dump reveals Lori Vallow's iCloud photos, emails between PD and FBI. Bless his little heart. What's he got in his hands, guys? I've been trying to figure that out. I saw this picture yesterday. Has he got slime or something? Okay, let's see what it says. We know they released 2,500 documents from their investigation into Cult Mom in the disappearance and murder of her two kids. Among the documents is a photo of young JJ dated September 22nd, 2019, Fox 10 Phoenix reports. It's unknown if it's the last photo taken of the boy, but it was taken on the last day he was seen before investigators found his body and that of his sisters buried on Chad Daybell's backyard on June 9th, 2020. Bless their little hearts. Okay, so it also says that they have photos of them getting ammunition at a gun store. Did they shoot both kids? From my understanding, Tylee was dismembered. Them some sick mofos, I'm here to tell you. I'd love for somebody to put me in the room with old Cult Mom. I'd give her a cold ass whooping. That's what I'd do. That's what somebody needs to beat the brakes off her until she tells what the frick happened. She is the most evil, selfish woman I've ever read about and watched about in my life. People say Aileen Wuornos, however you want to say her name, is one of the most evil, was one of the most evil women. She ain't got nothing on no Cult Mom. Nothing. What's Lori's Aileen Wuornos, she was horrifically abused. She had a horrific childhood. I mean, I know that's no excuse. A lot of people do. But what's Lori's excuse? She grew up kind of like, with a family and stuff. Eileen was raped by her grandfather's friend, impregnated at like 13, forced to give the baby up for adoption. I hope they died. I hope they were shot and died quickly versus suffering. I know what you mean, Jack's mom. Lori Shallow. Oh, that's a good one. Checking convictions. That's a good one. You know what? Checking convictions. I miss Denise. She done a good job covering this case. She's like really good at true crime. I like to get on here and run my mouth about it. She was really good at it. I'm like I'm an amateur, y'all. I'm so unprofessional, but that's just me. I can't help it. I can't be professional. I can only be me. Okay, let's see what else is going on, guys. We're not done with the true crime. If them stinking ravens start, they're going to get in some deep shit today. I love those birds, but they every time I talk, they start squawking. Me and the rooster got in a fight this morning, y'all. I threw water on him. Yes, he tried to spur me through the fence, and I had a little bit of water left in my jug, and I slung it at him. I said, "That'll teach you, rooster." I know y'all don't want to hear about that. Okay, I don't see nothing about summer. 2 days ago. Here, we can go over the timeline of events if y'all want. I also want to check. I wish I had my notepad out here on Sarm Heslop. What else did I want to look at? Let me show you. Oh, there was an officer in my county that had to shoot a teenager and kill him. Yep. What it was, let me tell you about it. What it was is this 16-year-old boy took off with his 13-year-old girlfriend. They were reported missing. It's a couple towns away from me, probably about 20 minutes away. Anyways, an officer found them parked like on a lover's lane off to the side, right? And he approached the vehicle. That 16-year-old boy got out a knife and stabbed the officer, and the officer didn't have no choice but to shoot him. And the boy was took to the hospital, and he died. The officer's going to be okay. Yep. See, crazy things happen in small areas, too. Whatever possessed him to pull a knife on a police officer, I'll never know. Okay, the disappearance of Summer Wells, a timeline of events 1 month after she vanished. I haven't read this, so. 5-year-old girl clad in gray pants, pink shirt, her blonde hair cropped short, came in from gardening, went to play with her toys in the basement of her family's home in rural East Tennessee. That was the last time anybody saw her. Summer Wells disappeared on the evening of June 15th, sparking a weeks-long manhunt in the rugged, mountainous terrains of Hawkins County. Hundreds of tips called into the TBI have been dead ends, and some of her family have all but given up hope of finding her alive. I'll see her in the resurrection, Summer's father, Donald Wells, told the Kingsport Times News on Monday. Timeline of events. I need to read this. I need my glasses. I don't know where they're at. 5:30 p.m., June 15th, 2021. Summer was planting flowers about 20 feet from her family's house on Ben Hill Road in the unincorporated community of Beech Creek with her mother and grandmother. Her dad told the Times News in the early days of the investigation. She reportedly went inside and told her 3 older brothers she wanted to play with her toys in the basement. But when her mother, Candace Wells, came inside a short time later, Summer was nowhere to be found. Oh, I just want to tell y'all something. Down in Kingsport, they had like a big festival this weekend, and Candace was walking through the town holding a sign about Summer, like a missing person sign or something. I'll try to find that video. 6:30 p.m., June 15, 2021. Summer was reported missing to the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. Midnight, June 16, 2021. The TBI released an endangered child alert for Summer. Shortly after 11 a.m., June 16, 2021, TBI changed the endangered alert to an amber alert. The endangered child alert is issued when there is concern for a child's safety, while amber alerts are reserved for the most serious of missing children's cases, where officials believe a child is in immediate danger. 4 p.m., June 16, 2021. Officials with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office and TBI held the first of what would be several news conferences, updating the public on search efforts. About 30 tips were called in before the end of the day. 1 p.m., June 17th, 2021. Search teams said steep and dangerous terrains, including dense canopy coverage and ground cover, were hampering their efforts. Poor phone service was also making it difficult for them to communicate. They should have used walkie-talkies. 8:40 p.m., June 17, 2021. Investigators began asking anyone who lives on or near Ben Hill Road to check their trail cameras. surveillance footage, outbuildings for any signs of Summer. June 18, 2021. Summer's father spoke to media outlets for the first time, saying he was at work when Summer went missing. When I got home, I drove to the bottom of the property. I realized that all my neighbors and stuff were combing the woods looking for her, and I realized right then and there she was not there. Donald told the Times News. I knew right then and there that she was gone because she would never leave there on her own. Somebody had taken her. June 19, 2021. TBI shared photographs of Summer's house and property where she was last seen. June 22nd, 2021. 1 week after Summer's disappearance, TBI reported receiving 221 tips. Investigators continued to push residents in the area to check their barns and crawl spaces for places a child might hide. Specialized searches in the Beach Creek community carried on. June 23rd, investigators set up a roadblock to ask drivers if they noticed anything unusual on the day Summer disappeared. June 26th, TBI asked for the driver of a Toyota pickup truck to come forward after a witness reported seeing it in the Beach Creek area in the late afternoon or early evening on June 14th or June 15th. Officials said the person may have seen something related to Summer's disappearance. The truck was described as a 1998 through 2000 model maroon or red Toyota Tacoma with a full bed, ladder rack along with white buckets in the truck bed. To date, the driver has not been found. Well, Sapphire told me the other day they found that driver. This article is from about 2 days ago, though. June 27th, officials announced they are scaling back search operations. June 1st, the Polk County Sheriff's Office in Wisconsin told WJHL Summer's disappearance renewed interest in the case of her missing aunt, Rosemarie Bly, who vanished in Polk County in 2009. June 2nd, Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson told WJHL they have received no solid leads from the over 750 tips called in. It's like she vanished into thin air, guys. I will look at the chat when I get done with this. June 11th, Lawson told the Times Summer's case is nowhere even close to being cold. June 12th, TBI confirmed they received 935 tips regarding Summer's disappearance. In a recorded video, Lawson told the public everything is still on the table. We're still trying to find out what happened to Summer, so everybody is still a person of interest, he said. On the same day, in an interview with the Times News, Summer's father, Donald Wells, expressed little hope that she will still be alive. He also confirmed he, his wife, his mother-in-law all passed lie detector tests in the early days of the investigation. July 13th, Shelley Smitherman, assistant special agent in charge with the TBI, said investigators typically have a credible tip or lead to go off of within a couple days of a child disappearing. That is the frustrating part for law enforcement in this case and for the public, she said. We will continue to investigate and search for Summer. In the public's eye, there may not be as much media attention given to the case, but that does not mean that we stop doing what we're doing. What to know? Summer has blonde hair, blue eyes. She's about 3 feet tall, weighs 40 pounds. Investigators say she was last seen wearing gray pants, a pink shirt, and was possibly barefoot. Anyone with information about her disappearance is asked to contact the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND or Hawkins County Sheriff's Office 423-272-7121. Tips can also be emailed to tips2tbi@tennessee.gov. I don't know, guys, man. I just don't think somebody, man, gosh, anything's possible. I always say this, but I just do not know how somebody got up there and snatched her. They got past those dogs, unless it's someone that really knew the dogs. I'm going to go back and look at the chat here. I don't think there's any connection with the aunt. She went missing in Wisconsin. Maybe they're thinking that there is I shouldn't say this, But what if the investigators are thinking like my mind is? Like, that's awful weird. Her sister goes missing and now her daughter. I mean, I'm suspicious. I'm not gonna lie. I just, I don't know what happened to her. It's like aliens just come down and took her. There's Sapphire. The statistics of two members of the same family disappearing into thin air. I know it. I know it. Hold on, guys. Let me warm my coffee. I'll be right back. I'm not going to mute. See, Tennessee down in Kingsport, they just had Fun Fest. Okay, I'm back. And I believe that was where hold on a minute. I want to find something. I saw Candace walking through town holding one side of a sign in a video. I'm going to find it. It was on my local news, I believe. JHL. Hold on. Let me punch in something else. Okay. Oh, this is somebody else's video. True crime now. Oh, no. We don't want to see that. I'm looking for the actual... Oh, gosh. I Googled Summer Wells, and here's my video on here. Here it is. I got it. Or Binged it. I can't Google on here. Let me get this pulled up, guys. We're going to watch this. She went through a parade. Candace did. You know, I always say anything's possible. Somebody could have come up that dog trail. How'd they get past the dogs? How come no dogs was barking or nothing? Oh, thanks, Sapphire. Something is suspicious with the boys. What do you mean, Charlie? What are you thinking? Just put it in the chat. We can all have an opinion. What are you thinking? You thinking they might have been roughhousing and she got hurt or something? You think it's possible? I'm not really accusing of anything. I'm keeping an open mind. Anything's possible. I want to hear what all y'all think. I know a lot of people don't like speculating things like that, but okay, let me get this ad closed down. Let me see. Let's get the ad played, and we're going to watch this. It's going to play. I'll have to mute. It's not playing no audio, guys. I don't know. It might just be this video. I'm going to read it. It don't matter. I've got everything turned up. I don't know what I did unless I hit something on the settings. It don't matter. There she is. Let's...
Right now, who you trust matters more than ever.
Reporting the facts.
Report the facts and get back to the video. How about that?
Your family.
Connecting you with your community.
Oh my God.
At News Channel.
Now they want to play audio, guys. Now they want to play audio for us. Okay, let's just read this. The mother of missing. Am I muted? Make sure I'm not muted. Okay. The mother of missing Hawkins County 5-year-old Summer Wells carried a banner. Let me close this. In Friday's Fun Fest parade, asking for tips in the search for her missing daughter. Summer's mother, Candace Bly, and Summer's Sabbath school teacher, Robin Lane, carried a banner that said, "Pray for Summer." The featured photos of the missing child, along with information and the phone number for the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation's tip line. Summer was reported missing from her home in the Beech Creek area of Hawkins County on the evening of June 15th. The TBI says investigators have received nearly 1,000 tips so far, but none have led to a significant development in the case. Anyone with information on Summer Wells' whereabouts is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND. I want to go back and watch this video again. Hold on, let me refresh. I had the volume up on my laptop and this video. I don't know what happened with it. It might not have had no audio with it. What do y'all think? I mean, personally, I'd do anything to find my kid, but I don't know. I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
By your side every
Oh,
step of the
look.
way.
Now the commercial wants to play. I'm going to re-screen share this, see if we can get the audio. There must not be any audio, guys. She's not dressed too nice. Bless little Summer's heart. Oh, so that's the Sunday school teacher. Lord, prayers for that family. I hope somebody got her safe and sound somewhere and not being mean to her, done anything ugly to her, horrible. Guys, I have a bad feeling that child is not here with us anymore. I hate to say that. I hope and pray I'm wrong, but I have a horrible, horrible sinking feeling. What if she is never found just like her sister? I know it. Hey, Lucy. Neglected kids, boys that age can be rough with the younger sister. Mom's a drunk. No, yeah. Hey, this is my opinion. And like, I'm trying not to be judgmental, but you can tell that they party, or she does, drinks about every day. And you can just tell. I've been around people like this. Them kids run wild. Them kids run wild. Did it say pray for Summer versus help find Summer? I think it said pray for Summer, didn't it? Jackson, the resurrection thing reminds me of Shallow Vallow. Yeah, Hori Lori. I like to call her Hori Lori. Yeah, it did say pray for her, didn't it? Look, I've got a Botox thing pulled up here. Let me go back here. I've been looking prices of Botox. I want some Botox. I think it did say pray. But it had all of her information there, like, her Amber Alert stuff. I'm judging. Yes, I am. I'm tired of these folks killing and abusing their children, trying to blame it, covered it. I know it. Checking convictions. It's hard, to follow these cases and stuff and not be judgmental. I mean, look, I just call it like I see it. I'm not trying to say like, I mean, she killed her daughter and her sister. But I'm going to be honest, I'm suspicious of it. If I said I wasn't, I'd be lying. I mean, it's weird. Like Sapphire said, 2 people in the same family going missing, that's very rare. Anything's possible. I'm keeping an open mind. Hey, Lori. I'll get you late slip. I don't know. I just feel like there's a cover up. I feel like it wasn't intentional. I think there's some kind of accident. I mean that's how I feel. I mean, I don't mean it's correct, but like I said, I'm keeping an open mind. Because like I said last time we talked about this, it could come out there completely innocent, but I'm just suspicious. Let's leave it at that. I'm giving them the side eye a lot. Dawn was at work. I don't think Dawn knows anything. The mother, I'm suspicious. But you know what? I'm still going to pray for her. I'm still going to pray for them, of course. I mean, we don't have any evidence to suggest she did anything. But I mean, besides them being up on a freaking mountain in the middle of nowhere and a kid disappearing into thin air and she ain't nowhere around in the woods. There's no way that kid would have walked up all that rough terrain. Just kept walking. 5 years old. Nope. I feel like Don is talking and keeping everyone else in the family quiet. He didn't let Candace speak alone. I feel like Don is suspicious of her. He ain't going to say that, though. Spiteful and yep, side eye for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to drag the mom or anything. I mean, I'll just, you know how I am. I just call it like I see it. I hope she quits drinking. I wonder how. Now, Dawn said that she didn't do no drugs on J for Justice. Now, somebody that drinks every day, you just can't quit drinking. You'll get really, really sick. I'm just wondering how she is coping with this. Oh, I mean, is she? I don't guess it's in my business. We don't know that Dawn was really at work, though. Hey, good point, Jack's mom. That's just what he said. I have not heard the police say that. Have you? Like, actually confirm that? I'm sure they've checked that, though. She said that she's scared, Sapphire. The mom says the mom was scared of walking outside. The 5-year-old would have not walked outside alone, in my opinion. She said she was scared just to even go for a walk down the driveway because of snakes, bears, and coyotes. Hey, she's a big old stout girl. Now, you can't tell me she's that scared. We do have things like that around here. I mean, hell, I've got bears that come through my yard and stuff sometimes. Damn, I'm not afraid to go for a damn walk. I just don't know if I believe that. And if she was outside, right? How did Summer get by her? She walked Summer to the porch, watched her go in, all that, right? So that means she was outside, guys. Right? Am I wrong? Hey, Mandy Lou. I'm going to name you Mandy Lou. How you doing, girl? I don't think we can believe everything comes out of Dawn's mouth. True. I don't feel like Dawn is a bad person. Does he have like a past? Yes. Do I feel like he's just like one of these? I mean, he's got like a domestic charge and stuff, I think. I don't know if he has sexual assault. I don't think so. But I don't think he's like a really horrible person. But I think they got some serious problems in that home. My guess, the mom is sleeping and drinking all day. Yeah. Probably drinks from the time they get up. That's the way most alcoholics do. My first husband would pop a beer open with freaking biscuits and gravy. Sometimes he'd drink liquor before eating breakfast early in the morning. And he always had to take at least 3 or 4 beers to work with him. And when he got up in the morning, y'all, he had to down a beer or he would be shaken. I watched him go through alcohol withdrawals, and you would thought he was a crazy person. He had a bad record, so he said, okay, well, strike that. Well, I mean, people can change. I'm wondering if he's really changed. He acts like he has. Let me put it that way. I shouldn't call somebody a good person if I don't know. So, strike that. He seems okay and like he's straightened up, but we don't know for a fact. A church member that went to help them search that day said they told him the basement door was locked. Well, see, I've heard he said it was locked, and then someone said it was unlocked. I don't think that kid wandered out that dog trail. He said, Don Wells said, the canine dog tracked her out that dog trail and to the end of the road. How they know that dog wasn't picking up the scent of something else? Those dogs are hardly ever wrong. That's what Don said. We don't know that for a fact. You have such a good heart, CC, but this is shady as hell. And you're okay saying, okay. I just don't want anybody to get mad at me. I mean, Hey, Gigi. Welcome. Hey, Gabby girl. Have you guys listened to the behavioral panel? It is a group of professionals for guys that seem to think the parents are telling the truth. I've watched those guys before. I've not, I think you mentioned that or somebody mentioned it to me before. I've not got a chance to look at it. Guys, my life has been life in the fast lane the last week or so. And my brain's going so fast, I forget to do things. And I've been meaning to go watch that. I clicked out of my chat. Drama's going down, y'all. I clicked out of my chat and I saw somebody live. Drama's going down. Anyways, hey, I will give y'all a life update when I do my members chat. Let's see what else is going on in the true crime. Let's see. I'm dying to tell y'all what's been going on. I'm dying to tell y'all, and I just don't want to say it publicly. Oh my God, there's something about SARM. I said harm. SARM. They just put up something about SARM Heslop. I was saying, I won't not share every little detail of my life on here. It's probably not good. But things are good. Let's see what's going on with SARM. Hold on. Let me get my hair back up in a clip. It's killing me. I'm going to have to quit straightening my hair. It's so friggin' humid here in the mountains. Excuse me. Okay. Let's get this ad down. SARM Heslop boyfriend. Friends deny police claims that cops don't know where Ryan Bain is. Wow. The boyfriend of a woman who went missing in the U.S. Virgin Islands in March is rebutting claims from police that have lost track of him. SARM Heslop, 41, disappeared the evening of March 7th after dining out with her boyfriend, Ryan Bain, 44, and possibly returning to his $600,000 yacht moored in Frank Bay, St. John. However, investigators have not yet been able to confirm where SARM went after dinner. Ryan Bain reported SARM Heslop missing around 2:30 a.m. March 8th. Well, actually, what he did is he called the police, and he knew better than that because he's a captain of a boat. They were moored out in the sea. You got to call the Coast Guard, not the damn police. They told him to call the Coast Guard, and he didn't for almost 10 hours later. Okay, authorities have not yet charged Ryan with any crimes in connection with the disappearance of SARM, but has said he is a person of interest. Virgin Islands Police Department spokesman Toby Derrima said in a statement last week the agency does not know where Ryan Bain is presently located. We have been keeping track of Ryan Bain, but right now we don't know where he is, Toby said, according to the Mirror. Is his name Toby or Tony? Toby. Okay. As this is an ongoing investigation, the Virgin Islands Police Department maintains that we would like to interview Ryan Bain, as he was the last person to have contact with Miss Heslop. However, Ryan Bain's attorney, David Caddy, told Fox News authorities are mischaracterizing their ability to contact him. I can state that I personally advised law enforcement of Mr. Bain's movements while in the territory and about his departure from the U.S. Virgin Islands, Caddy told Fox News. I further advised law enforcement that if Mr. Bain's presence is legally required in the territory, he will return upon such a demand. Caddy added Mr. Bain had nothing to do with Sarm's disappearance and remains heartbroken that she is missing. Oh yeah, he is so heartbroken. He didn't look for her but one freaking day. And didn't report her to the Coast Guard as missing for 10 freaking hours. Had to clean up that evidence first. Had to make sure all the evidence was going off off the siren song. The group that refers to itself as Friends of Heslop told Fox News that authorities likely know where Ryan Bain is located. We are aware that Ryan Bain is no longer in the area under the Virgin Islands Police Department jurisdiction. However, we believe his location is known to police. The investigation is ongoing. We continue to do everything we can to assist, the group said. Around the time Sarm vanished, police have said they told Bain, around the time Sarm vanished, police asked Bain to search. What? Hold on a minute. This is rote funny. Around the time, police have said that they told Bain to request a search and rescue mission from the U.S. Coast Guard. The Coast Guard has said it received the request approximately 10 hours after Bain's communication with police. The Coast Guard has also said that Bain refused to allow a full search of his boat, which is why Ryan Bain was cited for obstructing of a boarding. Mr. Bain was cited for obstruction of a safety boarding. Our boarding team was denied full access to complete a full safety check of the vessel by the operator. It was an administrative boarding, and so penalties, even if not yet fully adjudicated or something, are not criminal in nature and typically meant to correct a safety deficiency. That's what the Coast Guard said. Caddy disputes this claim. Ryan also met with the U.S. Coast Guard on his vessel later that day, answered all questions posed to him, gave them unfettered access to the vessel, Caddy told Fox News. Any reports to the contrary are categorically false. It was Mr. Bain who called the U.S. Coast Guard and invited them to the vessel. Multiple officers boarded the vessel. They conducted an on-site inspection of the vessel and an on-site interview without limitation. We have not received any preliminary assessment or fine for any alleged violation. If and when one is received, we will respond accordingly. Ryan Bain has a criminal history of domestic violence, including a conviction of domestic assault in Michigan after he beat his former wife in 2011. Her name's Corey Stevenson. To report information about Sarm Heslop's location, call the U.S. Virgin Islands Police at 340-774-2211 or Crime Stoppers U.S. Virgin Islands at 1-800-222-TIPS. Let me see what else. Let's click on this. Say, that son of a bitch done something to her. Look, he has been running that. Let me get back to my chat. He has been running that little chartering business for years, guys. Years. He knows that you don't call the police if you're out in the water and somebody goes missing from the boat. Hell, I even know that. You call the Coast Guard. It don't matter if they was just 100 feet from shore. It's the Coast Guard's jurisdiction. Why would the Coast Guard lie on this man? Why would the U.S. Coast Guard or Virgin Islands Coast Guard, whoever's it is, lie on this man? What would they have to gain by lying on Ryan Bain? Nothing. Yeah, they came on and they asked him some questions, but he refused to let them search the boat, to do an actual search, opening up stuff. He refused that. Let me get back to my chat. I'm glad I went and looked at the crime section. He really grinds my gears, guys. He really does. Because I know what happened. They went out for drinks. And I can find articles where Corey Stevenson, his ex-wife, has done interviews. She said he had a Jekyll and Hyde personality. He'd be all nicey nice in front of people. And then, especially when he was drinking. And then when he would get home, the Hyde personality would come out. Like they were, and I've told this story many times, every time I talk about Sarm, because his ex-wife told this story to the news, and hey, his ass was arrested for it, so it's true. He was cuffed and stuff. They was driving home from a wedding. She asked for directions. He got mad. When they pulled in the house, he ripped her out of the driver's seat. She wasn't even unbuckled. He ripped her out. She's a little maid person. And he threw her and bopped her head to the ground, beat her head to the ground. He bloodied her nose. He chipped her teeth. Everything. Checking convictions. 10 hours short, nothing to see. He could easily dumped her. Yeah, I don't think he's a captain of a boat, and I should have thought of this a long time ago. I don't think he took her out to sea, because he had been living the boat life for years. Even in Michigan, he lived the boat life. Been a captain. He would have known if he dumped her body in the sea, it would have washed up eventually. Pieces of it. Clothing and stuff. He used that dinghy boat, and he took her inland. He took her somewhere and buried her. Then he come back. Then he called the police. Then they told him to call the Coast Guard, and he didn't. He just needed it documented, Probably, I was going to say that dinghy don't have no GPS on it, I guarantee it. It didn't look like it to me. He's still taking bookings for his yacht. He's got good reviews on there. He's got good reviews. And it's nice in there. Not with cement shoes, she would sink. Yeah. But eventually, the body, I hate to say this, eventually, the body would bloat and tear apart. And you got to think about the fish and all that. Now, Sarm she smoked. So she would go out on the deck and smoke. But look, guys, they was only 100 feet from the water. The water is crystal clear. The water wasn't moving fast, bad water or nothing. They couldn't find no sign of her. There's no evidence she went out there and smoked. According to him, they went to bed around 10:30 that night. They watched a movie. He woke up at 2 a.m. to the anchor alarm going off, which signals that the boat's moving a little bit. He got up and couldn't find her. Yeah. But see, checking convictions, the locals, had they been searching, it's like a small community there. A lot of people knew her. People liked her. But the locals are saying that something would have washed up. Even with the sharks in the water, there would have been evidence. I don't know. That's what they say. I kind of took their word for it because, hey, they've lived beside the sea their whole lives. Yeah. Yeah, he is a monster, yeah. He's a Jekyll and Hyde. His Hyde personality. He's all nicey nice. And you got to think, they've not been together that long. They met on a dating app. She sailed there with her friend. Decided to, I see that feral cat. Decided to ride out the pandemic with them. See, they've not been together that long. Yeah. Oh, wow. I do not know either. Yeah. Yeah, well, that's what the locals said. Even with, like, the sharks and stuff, they say that something would have still washed ashore. There's been absolutely nothing. Now, a woman walking her dog or maybe it was a man. I can't remember. Anyway, somebody walking their dog on the beach that night said they heard a woman scream. So many mean monsters out there. So many wolves hiding in sheep's clothing. Yeah, you can't trust anybody. Oh, the local. Well, they'd know more than me too. But I'm like you. I was thinking the same thing, checking convictions. Like, oh, well, there ain't going to be nothing left. The sharks will just eat like everything up. But the locals are saying no. From my understanding, there still would have been something. Anyways, how I know that the body would blow and tear apart is because of the Lacey Peterson case. She was weighted down, and from what I could understand, when the body started to bloat and stuff, where she was weighted down, it kind of like ripped apart. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I dated men like that. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can't trust anybody. I'm tell you what, I'm gonna keep my butt home from now. It's the truth. It's the truth. No nightlife for me for a while. Because you just can't trust people. Okay, let's read some and refresh everybody's memory. Let's refresh everybody's memory on how crazy Ryan Bain is. Hold on. I got something for y'all. Look at this. Sarm Heslop's boyfriend, Bain, popping out in his neck, screamed at former stepdaughter, ex-wife says. Oh, yeah, and he took his stepdaughter's dog. That dog that he hauls around on his catamaran is Corey Stevenson's daughter's dog, Hunter. Ryan Bain's ex-wife, there she is. Don't she kind of favor Sarm, y'all? Look, Corey, Sarm over here in the corner. God bless it, he's ugly. I wouldn't give him the time of day. No. And they're way out of his league. I could tell him that. He's nowhere near their level. Ryan Bain's ex-wife revealed in a newly released, this came out April 10th, by the way, in a newly released interview this week that the American boyfriend of missing Brit, Sarm Heslop, verbally abused her daughter to the extent she wouldn't leave them two alone together. Corey Stevenson previously told Crime Online about Ryan Bain's 2011 arrest for domestic violence, but in an interview with Fox News on Thursday, Stevenson said that Bain lost his temper dozens of times with then preteen Grace, who is now 20 years old. I couldn't leave Ryan home alone with Grace because he would be so mean to her, she said. Well, you should have left his ass the first time he treated your daughter like that. Stevenson described an incident when Bain sent Grace, then either 8 or 11 years old, to find a television remote. When she couldn't find it, Ryan Bain went in search of it himself and shouted in her face when he found it. He got so pissed off that he marched upstairs, pulling her with him, picked her up, threw her down on the bed, Stevenson said. There's a lot of instances like that I didn't find out until a little later. Grace didn't say anything for quite a while. Another time, she returned home from the grocery store to find Ryan screaming at Grace for allegedly misusing a slingshot he gave her. I mean, red-faced, vein popping out of his neck, insane screaming, she said. I walk in, Grace is standing there, hysterically crying. And I'm like, what the hell just happened? And he was like, she could have broke the window, Stevenson said. He was insane. I just grabbed her and left the house. Sarm Heslop vanished on March 8th. Allegedly after having dinner with Ryan Bain on St. John in the Virgin Islands. Bain said the two watched a movie and went to sleep. Heslop was gone when an anchor alarm woke him up at 2 a.m. Then it goes on to say he refused to let them search the boat. But police said he refused to let them search the boat. Siren Song has since left Frank Bay, where the boat was moored when Sarm disappeared and sailed away. Police say they know where he's at. He has not been named a suspect in the disappearance, and police said They do not have probable cause for a search warrant. God. But Stevenson told Fox News that she started carrying a gun wherever she goes when she heard Ryan Baines sailed from Frank Bay. I have my concealed carry. I don't usually have my gun on me, she said, but since this started, it's on me every day, everywhere I go. It's with me. Okay, hold on. Let me see what else I got. See, here's that article. Ryan Bain allegedly blocked U.S. Coast Guard from searching catamaran. His lawyer's full of crap. Right here. Here's the article about him slamming her head. We're coming with facts, Ryan Bain, this morning. Freaking weirdo. I like to kick him right in the nuts. I really would. Just keep on a kicking till he tells what happened. Oh, the cameras in the restaurant that night. They didn't work because the electricity went out. I didn't know security cameras messed up every time the damn electricity went out. You'd have to be replacing them 2 or 3 times a year. Now, come on now. Them people know him. He's lived there forever. And I believe some of them's covering for him. Probably wasn't even there. Police report from Ryan Bain's 2011 domestic arrest shows a chaotic scene and a description of a violent assault against Ryan's ex-wife. Bain is the boyfriend of his. Okay, we know all this. I just want to read what he done. The police report from 2011 shows that Bain's ex-wife called police in the early morning hours after the couple drove home from a wedding. She alleged Ryan dragged her out of the car and that he assaulted her again once they were inside the home. This is from the arrest report. After running down the stairs, Ryan grabbed her in the dining room, threw her to the ground, smashed her head into the floor, chipping one of her teeth. Her right earlobe was bloody and scratched. Her right shoulder and the right side of her neck showed red scratches. Her right eyelid was scratched and red. Bain's ex-wife also told police that this was not the first time Bain had allegedly assaulted her, though she did not report a previous incident. The documents showed that Bain offered a contradictory account of his ex-wife's statements, but the record notes indicate police were not convinced of his story. Here's the case report. Now we get in this. Oh, I just gotta scroll it, I guess. Okay, hold on. Let's see then. Report date 11/27/2011. Domestic 1313 assault. Battery simple. Okay, domestic. Let's see. Using alcohol? Yes. It says computer equipment? No. Drugs, narcotics? No. Weapons? None. Criminal activity? None. Okay, Ryan Frederick Bain is his name. He was 35 years old at the time. Happened in Michigan. So he was charged with assault, battery, simple domestic, and a police officer. What, did he try to hit the police officer? Is that what that means? Let's see what else. Okay. Information. Ryan, and it's got her name, Corey. On today's date, Ryan and I arrived home from a wedding. A physical altercation occurred between the two parties. Blank called 911 to report the incident. Upon arrival, Corey answered the door and allowed deputies into her house. The deputy was able to speak with Corey about the incident. At the direction of Corey, myself, and Deputy Curtis located Ryan in the master bedroom. Deputy Curtis called out to Ryan in loud verbal commands announcing our presence. Deputy Curtis found the bedroom door unlocked and was able to open it. As we entered the room, the light was off and Ryan was crawling out of bed. We were able to speak with Ryan at this time. Interview with Ryan Bain. Ryan advised that he and Corey were at a wedding downtown Detroit this evening. Arrived home. Ryan advised that Corey had more to drink than he did. Oh, blame it on her. But she demanded she drive home, and she did. While en route, Corey got upset with Ryan because he wouldn't help her with directions and multiple other things. On the ride home, Corey was hitting Ryan and tried to drag him out of the car when they got home. Oh my God. Ryan advised that they both went into the house through the front door, then into the kitchen. Corey continued yelling at him and was throwing things at him. Ryan was unable to provide specifics on what Corey was throwing at him. Ryan continued that they were downstairs for approximately 10 minutes before he decided to go to bed. He went upstairs and got into bed. A short time later, Corey was on top of him, hitting him. He grabbed her and took her out into the hallway, went back into the bedroom, shut the door, and locked it. I asked Ryan if he had gotten up after all that. He had locked the door to unlock it or exit the room at all. He advised that he didn't. I explained that when we got to the door, we found it unlocked, and then he advised that was because he unlocked it for us. Ryan had a scrape on his forehead that he advised he must have gotten from Corey as she backhanded him. Ryan further advised that the injury sustained by Corey must have been from him defending himself. Ryan denied medical treatment for his injury at the time. Ryan advised that he and Corey get along. However, incidents like this happen approximately once a year. Ryan agreed to complete a written statement of the incident. There did not appear to be any signs of a struggle in the bedroom. Can you believe that? He tried to blame that, like she was like hitting him and demanded to drive home, and she's driving home drunk, and at the same time she's beating the hell out of him. You wuss you. Oh my God, I'd like to see a real man whoop your ass. I really would. You little piece of crap, you. What a puss. What a puss. She was on top of me, beating me, throwing things at me, even though I can't remember. Blamed her for having too much to drink. Yeah, he only got a misdemeanor for it, but look, he violated his probation and he had to pull like, I don't know, he did about 30 days in jail. Sounds like my stalker says, I know it. Don't you hate it when these crazy people, they do all this crazy stuff and then they say you did it? I've had that happen with like men, stalkers. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's raining, guys. What are y'all going to do today? I guess I'm done with true crime. Sounds like someone I know. I know it. I know it. Wonder what the word is for people like that. Like, what's the professional word? Narcissist? For somebody like him, it like gets drunk and then, you know, gets this crazy personality, violent personality, and then blames it on the innocent person. What's the word for that? A lot of them keep it from their wives and kids. I wonder why they do that. I don't know. I don't know why they do that for. Well, guys, I guess I am going to get out off here. Let me tell y'all, I didn't do nothing this weekend. Let me just fill y'all in on this. I didn't get to do nothing this weekend because I was being guarded like freaking Fort Knox. Oh, Lord, look, I'm gonna keep my butt home and straighten up. I got a lot going on in my life. I have to get figured out. Mandy, drunken idiot. That's the word. And I don't need no extra problems and no extra men. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting ready to go visit Sapphire in September. Hopefully, I'm going to be going up there for about 2 weeks. I'm going to take Smokey with me because I have to make sure he's took care of. And she's going to rent me a little room and all that. We're going to have fun. But anyways, I'll fill y'all in more when we do our member stream Wednesday night. Our channel member stream. Let y'all know what else going on. Anyways, thanks for chatting with me. I will see y'all in the morning for some crime and coffee. Actually, I'm thinking about doing a porch chat later. I want to go get cleaned up, and I want to try this peach eyeshadow palette out again. I tried it out yesterday. It looked pretty good, but I want to do a different look today. I've not been on camera in a while, so we're more than likely going to do a porch chat sometime later. So, anyways, y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Be safe, be kind, and peace. And I'll see y'all later.